A known insider has stated that PlayStation is planning a state of play for next week. Black Ops 7's Instagram page all but confirms the return of a classic zombies map. Battlefield 6's class system has moved beyond what we saw in the open beta, and new data suggests that keeping a game in early access for more than 9 months could kill it. I'm Insider Gaming Senior Editor Mike Straw, and this is Insider Today for Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Before we jump in, make sure you're subscribed to Insider Gaming with notifications set to all, so you never miss any of the gaming news you need to know about. Earlier this month, Insider Gaming dropped a pretty big scoop. PlayStation has a state of play lined up for the end of September, and Marvel's Wolverine is almost certainly going to show up. And now another reliable source has backed up some of that information, saying that a showcase could actually be happening as soon as next week. It's been a while since we've had a proper state of play, as the recent ones have mostly been single game deep dives like 007 First Light and Ghost of Tsushima. Don't get me wrong, those were nice, but fans have been craving a bigger event. The last real showcase was back on June 4th, and ever since, PlayStation players have been itching for the next big drop of news. That's why people are paying close attention to Insider Nate the Hate, who's known for being pretty spot on with his leaks. On Twitter, he teased that Sony has a presentation soon, and when someone asked him when, he casually followed up with next week. If that's true, this could finally be the moment we get another look at Marvel's Wolverine, and maybe even some surprise announcements along the way. Either way, it doesn't look like PlayStation fans will have to wait much longer. Now, next week's rumored state of play could be a big one, with Marvel's Wolverine almost certainly taking a spotlight. Recent reports suggest Insomniac Games is aiming for a 2026 release window, so this showcase would be the perfect time to finally give fans a proper reveal and set the tone for what's to come. Of course, Wolverine might not be the only star of the show, as rumors are floating around about other titles potentially making an appearance, like Bungie's Marathon, the Metroidvania-inspired God of War project, Phantom Blade Zero, and even the mysterious intergalactic The Heretic Prophet. As of recording, none of this has been confirmed yet though, not even the state of play itself, so be sure to take any information with a grain of salt. Still, if everything lines up, PlayStation players could be in for one of the most stacked showcases in months. But what do you think? Are we really going to get a state of play next week, or is Sony going to keep us waiting a little longer? Let us know down in the comments below. Details about Black Ops 7 Zombies are being drip-fed as we get closer to the game's launch. Now, we still don't officially know the first Black Ops 7 Zombies map, but we know where we could be making transit to. On September 15th, the official Call of Duty Instagram page went live with a stream that was packed full of Black Ops 7 Zombies teasers. But one moment in particular sent longtime fans into a frenzy. As spotted by Detonated, the stream featured a muffled but instantly recognizable tune, the iconic transit map menu music. For Zombies veterans, that's a huge throwback. Transit first appeared in Black Ops 2, and hearing its menu theme pop up in connection with Black Ops 7 has sparked all kinds of speculation about what Treyarch might be cooking up this time around. A Transit remake feels long overdue. The map has always been a fan favorite, even if the original had its fair share of technical limitations. Now, with the power of modern hardware, Treyarch has the chance to make Transit look sharper, run smoother, and play better than ever before. Imagine those eerie foggy roads, glowing diner lights, and that iconic bus brought to life with today's visuals. It could be the ultimate nostalgia trip with a next-gen twist. The open beta weekends for Battlefield 6 were a massive hit, drawing in record numbers of players over both weekends. Beyond the excitement, the developers also gathered a ton of feedback, which helped them figure out how to improve the game ahead of launch. One of the biggest areas getting a revamp, Battlefield 6's class system. In a recent interview with Edge magazine, Thomas Anderson, the creative director at Ripple Effect, shared some insight into upcoming changes. He confirmed that the class system has already moved beyond what players experienced in the open beta, meaning fans can expect some significant updates the next time they jump into Battlefield. The most notable tweaks of the updates seem to be aimed at the Assault and Support classes. Anderson then went into some detail on the Assault class changes. While players may notice reduced efficiency in some areas, the overall goal is to make the class more impactful from a team play perspective. One standout update itself is that Assault players will now have access to the deploy beacon, which used to be a recon feature. This makes it easier for teammates to know who to spawn on, emphasizing squad coordination while keeping Assault players right in the heart of the action. Newzoo, one of the go-to names for gaming data and analytics, just dropped its global games market report for 2025. Clocking in at over 200 pages, it covers pretty much everything about the gaming world over the past year, including an interesting section on early access games. Early access has really taken off in recent years, as it lets developers get their games out to the public while they're still a work in progress, gathering feedback and funding along the way. But early access isn't without its risks, and that's exactly what Newzoo highlights in the new report. As mentioned, the recent report report from Newzoo includes a section about all games getting to early access and going that route instead of the traditional launch. Quote, early access has become a widely used release model, particularly for indie studios looking to offset development costs, gather feedback, and build early awareness. While traditionally associated with smaller teams, several AA and AAA titles like Baldur's Gate 3 and Sons of the Forest have also used early access to great effect. Right after that, the report digs into some interesting numbers, showing how the length of time a game spends in early access can affect how many players stick around during the first 3 months after full release. The data shows that games tend to perform best if they launch fully around 6 months after entering early access. Go longer than that, and the chances of building a big audience drop fast. There is a small bump seen at around 22 to 24 months, but that's mostly just V rising and Ready or Not. It's a situation that's tricky for a lot of developers. Newzoo points out that most games see little to no growth when they hit 1.0 compared to their early access numbers. Only those that fully launch within 6 months tend to keep on growing. Of course, there are outliers though, like Dave the Diver. It spent nearly 8 months in early access with Mint Rocket and then blew up post-launch with over 1.5 million players. Without that one title, however, most games with that much early access time barely see any gains. Thank you for tuning into the latest episode of Insider Today, airing every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Insider Gaming. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video to help us continue to grow. And for even more gaming news that you need to know about, visit our website at insider-gaming.com. I'm Senior Editor Mike Straw, and we'll see you on the inside.